Welcome to Everlasting Summer, Part 28, where I will butcher Nina's voice some more. It was physically hard for me to just sit without saying a word. Oh, jeez. However, I didn't dare speak first, not only because I couldn't think of a good topic for conversation, but that I was just feeling shy. This girl could easily be embarrassed by anything. Semyon? Yes? You're counting them all over again. Indeed, I had started to take out and put into the database the bandages I had already counted. Oh, sorry. She didn't answer. Hey, where are you from? I mean, where did you come from? I mean, where were you born? I mean, where do you live? Jeez, guy. Well, there's a town not far from here. Not far from here? Where's that? They're not far from here. Somewhere. Looks like she doesn't want to talk about it. Is Zena hiding something too? Is it explicable in the case of Olga? It is explicable in the case of Olga, but in Lena's case, suddenly I'm sick again. It is absolutely not like her. Is it a secret? No. Just... So, is it somewhere in the south too? Should have thought of something more original. Every single one of my sudden ideas turns out the wrong way, and this attempt to play spy worked out even worse. And I thought about South just because the only pioneer camp in the Soviet Union I remember was Artek. Yes. Lena hesitated to reply. I couldn't quite tell if she was lying or not. Don't you like it here? I wonder what part of I said made... Oh, what part of what I said? I didn't see the what. What part of what I said made her think so? Absolutely not. I like it here. My false friendliness sounded very insincere, grating on the ears. What about you? I like it. It's so calm here. There are lots of books in the library. And the people are nice. Nice, but not all of them. Why? Did I really say that last bit out loud? Turns out I did. Well, you know. Well, Yana, for example. She's like an Energizer battery with a completely unbalanced point of power application. Battery? What? Maybe I really was sent back in time. Never mind. Or Lisa, saying a pioneer is the kid's role model. Certainly doesn't describe her. If everyone started following her example, it would be a complete disaster for the country in 12 years or so. However, thinking about it now, you can draw the conclusion that everybody did follow the example of Elisa in the 80s, where I probably am right now. She's not like that, actually. Not like that. Not like what? Not like what you said about her. To begin with, I hadn't said anything. I just stated the fact that she's not the best example to follow. Well, maybe. Sounds like you know her well enough. Probably. I asked the question only to keep the conversation going, and didn't expect an answer like that. Elisa and Lena were so different. The idea that they could be close was unbelievable to me. We came from the same town. As if she had foreseen my question. We have common friends, even though Elisa is 1 year older. Okay, it's a little bit strange. Well, not like that. I'm just surprised. Everyone gets surprised. Lena smiled a bit. I took the second box. Amalgamum. I don't know. Activated charcoal. Amalgamum. Activated charcoal. Saline solution. Potassium permanganate. This is why I'm not becoming a doctor. Jesus Christ. Ferracillin and alginum. Lena always spoke in simple sentences. How can I communicate with her if every conversation turns into a monologue or just an awkward silence? I wasn't quite satisfied with such a state of things. Sometimes it looked like she's hiding something behind her mask of shyness. But what? You know, I read a book not that long ago. Good for you, Semyon, you read. Do you like science fiction? Not much. It hasn't gotten really great, though, until by the 80s. I mean, it started to pick up, didn't it? Like Star Wars and Star Trek. Damn, another failure. Well, if you don't like it, then what books do you like? Different kinds. The conversation wasn't going smoothly, and I had to turn it off for the better. Who knows why, but I thought about the dance again. Feelings of uneasiness, discomfort, and even shame overwhelmed me once more. Looks like I'm not that different from Lena when it comes to such things. I am shy and afraid of things I don't understand or can't do. I should probably overcome my own fears before anything else. And this will help me to understand her better. I've made up my mind. There are only a couple of boxes left. Yes. Hey, I've got an idea. How about we go to the canteen afterwards? I think the tape recorder was taken back there. What tape recorder? What? What is it doing in the canteen? I hesitated. What for? Her sincere look made it clear that she hadn't the slightest idea what I'm going to offer. Well, frankly speaking, I just don't know how to dance. That's why I don't like it. That's the reason I was so confused back there. Maybe I could thank you by dancing with you. But She stopped sorting out the medicine for a moment, blushed, and looked right into my eyes. I got a bit stubborn. It really was a stupid idea. It's okay if you don't want to. I don't insist. What if someone sees us? Certainly didn't think about that. It's not a big deal, but everybody's asleep already, and no one is going to the canteen at night. How will we get in there? Should have thought about that beforehand. Well, that moment I regretted that I still didn't get my cell phone from the leader's cabin. Olga talked my head off, and I forgot it. Anyway, I had to say something to get away from this awkward topic. What kind of music do you like? That was very smooth. Different kinds. I'm not really into it. But let's imagine that it's playing now. I mean that we hear it playing. How's that? Like it plays in your head. Still remembered the melody the pioneers were dancing to. The music and words were really clear in my memory. I'm not sure I can do it. You just try. Probably. I've got her consent. Yes. In Lena's case, even that probably can be considered yes. We silently sorted medical supplies for the rest of the time, writing down their names and quantities. I should pay more attention to every word I say after such luck. I stayed silent most of the time, though. Soon we finished the last box. I gave Lena the filled-in list and started to stare at her, like I saw Bigfoot riding a unicycle while juggling piglets. It was amazing, frightening, and above all, mesmerizing. She suddenly broke out laughing. What? That look of yours. What about it? It's just funny. Really? Yes. So where are we going to... Oh my god, I cannot say that. So where are we going to go? Why couldn't I say that? What? Where? Her last words unsettled me. I completely forgot what we were talking about. Frankly speaking, I had completely left this world for a moment. Well, you know, to dance. Lena blushed right away, and her face took on a strange expression of shyness, uneasiness, and fear. Ah, yes, sorry. I was just lost in thought. Let's go to the pier. I don't know why I chose that place. Maybe, my god, I cannot talk today. Maybe because you could run into a pioneer at the square, in the residential area, or near the canteen, but not on the pier. What happened to you on day 1? You met Slavia at the pier. That's what I thought, at least. Or maybe, oh my god. Or maybe because of the large, bright moon reflecting on the water in the night. And it is a full moon tonight. Tonight, not today, mate. I don't know how, but this solution just offered itself. If you don't like it, then we can... No, that's a really nice place. Lena locked the door, and we made our way to the pier. Night fell on the sleeping camp. Should we follow the road? Why? It'll be faster through the forest. There's a nice path there. Well, there could be... Who? An owlet? I laughed. Oh, you. A shadow of you. Shadow of displeasure crossed her face. Never mind it, sorry. If you want to. Okay. But can I... Aww. What is going on here? Without finishing, she grabbed onto my arm. Is it okay with you? Now it's my turn to blush. You know, it's really creepy seeing an eyeless person. Why don't I have eyes? Of course. We walked through the forest. It was hardly a forest, though. More like a small grove between the camp and the pier. About 100 meters long. I would never think that there would be anything to be afraid of, even on my own. But it just seemed like Lena's fear was contagious. The branches swayed over us. I shuddered and Lena clung to my arm even more strongly. Don't be afraid. It must be a squirrel. Yeah. We reached the pier. The night was really beautiful, and there's a constant train always running along in the background. I walked closer to the river and called Lena. Look, the pier, the boathouse, and the moon were reflecting in the water. It looked like another world with the surface of the water being the door to Wonderland. You just jump and find yourself on the other side. May I have this dance? I extended my hand to her and bowed clumsily. Lena hesitated. I must have overdid it with my mannerism. There's nothing to fear. I'm no good at it either. Why either? She never said she couldn't dance, though it was kind of obvious. Okay. Lena gave me her hand. I led her a bit aside and gently put my arms around her waist. We just stood like that for a few moments. And what next? Well, I don't know. Do you remember that song? Barely. But I remember. Great, let's waltz like in the movies. Don't start with a waltz, mate, if you can't do slow dances. Wait, that might be a slow dance. I don't know dancing. How's that? Instead of answering her, I carefully started to move in a circle with Lena. See? Not that hard at all. Yeah. We waltzed for several minutes. Or whatever you could call it. I felt her warmth, though we were not that close to each other. Her chest heaved heavily, and her face started to blush more and more. Lena didn't look at me, averting her eyes from one side to another. I suddenly realized that I had never felt anything like this before. There was tenderness overtaking reality, as if I found myself in another, better world. I realized that I didn't want to let this girl go, and that I would give up anything just to go on waltzing with her forever. I clasped I clasped Lena tighter, and only then did she look straight at me. There was surprise and confusion in her gaze, but no fear whatsoever. She wasn't afraid of me and didn't push me away. And you said you couldn't dance. I really can't. I was confused. I didn't expect that reaction from her. Where was her confusion, shyness, and fear disappeared? Where has her confusion, shyness, and fear disappeared to? You too. Dance pretty well. I know. A playful smile crossed her face. Or maybe it just seemed so to me. No, I swear I saw it. Oop, drop my phone. Sorry, thought I heard the front door closing, but no, it was just my neighbors. But no, I swear I saw it. How is that possible? The image of shy and modest Elena didn't fit together with this moment at all. What should I say? What should I do next? I could only keep on waltzing with her in this dance, which is getting stranger with every passing minute. Semyon, Semyon, where are you? The voice came from the edge of the forest. Forgive. Damn, worst timing ever. Semyon. It was Olga. She must have been worrying because I should have been back a long time ago. I should have guessed that tireless camp leader would start searching for a lost pioneer. Well, yeah, oh god. Shurick hasn't gone missing yet. I should have warned her beforehand. Oh, there's no point in thinking about it now. Oh yeah, beforehand. Yeah, me and Lena are gonna go down to the pier and dance, and I'm gonna seduce her. Yeah, that would go over great. There's no point in thinking about it now. Lena looked at me questioningly. Being seen together would not be the best thing. Why? Let's go and tell her that everything is alright. No, let's hide and return to the camp later. Her idea was strange. Everything was going so well. At least something was starting to work out. Or seemed like it did. But what was that something? Okay then. I decided not to argue. It wasn't appropriate in such a situation. Olga shouted for a while and left. Let's go. Yes. Lena didn't grab onto my arm on the way back. I was a little bit frustrated, but wasn't certain enough to take the first step. We kept silent again. It was not typical of Lena to start a conversation, and I just didn't know what to say after everything that had happened at the pier. She kept looking at the ground all the way back, keeping her usual expression. What a bizarre change. Or to be more precise, what was bizarre was that smile on the pier and Lena's words. She stopped at the square. Well, I have to go. Okay. Thank you for today. Yes. So awkward. Lena turned and headed to her cabin, and I kept standing where I was. The hell was that? That dance, that sudden change in the mood, and then everything was back to normal. It was like I was embracing another Lena in that short moment. That's right, she wasn't herself. She seemed a completely different person. Plot twist. She has a twin. Maybe I don't know her well enough. I had a feeling before that Lena hides something under her mask of shyness. It takes much longer than 2 days to understand someone. Damn, what should I do? Maybe I was just seeing things. I walked to the leader's cabin. The whole camp was sleeping, so there was no one to see me. So what? What's wrong with a pioneer taking a walk at night? When I was almost at the door, I heard a noise behind me. The branches of the bush near the trees rustled as if someone moved there. There shouldn't be any wild animals around here. Someone must have been watching me. That very moment, I rushed in the direction of the noise, forced myself through the bushes, and looked around. It was too dark, and I didn't see anything or anyone. There was no point in going on. Even if someone was watching me, he must have been gone already, or she. I wouldn't doubt if Elisa was watching me. I went back to the cabin. The light inside was on. Looks like she's still awake. Semyon, where have you been? What do you mean, where? Me and Lena have been sorting medical supplies in the infirmary. I told you before that I would do that in the evening. Really? When was that? Took you long enough. I was in the infirmary about half an hour ago. It was closed and the lights were off. Well, we decided to have a little walk. I'm fretting about while you're out having a walk. While you having a giggle, mate? I don't know why she turned British again. Well, sorry. I'll let you know beforehand next time. Please do. Go to bed. It's late. I can't help agreeing with her. It was by any measure a hard day. I was too tired to think about the evening's events, and I doubt I would have any decent thoughts. The main thing is that I have not a single idea how to react to all of this. To Lena, to the camp, to this whole world. I practically haven't spent even a minute on looking for answers. Moreover, I've been avoiding it as if the possible discovery scared me. And Lena. The time I spent with her was much more important than all of my attempts to return to the real world. I could worry myself for a long time, trying to understand what I did wrong and what I didn't do at all, but exhaustion overcame me. Day 4. We're really motoring through Lena's route. I think because I just did all that. Yeah. I woke up to a hellish ringing inside of my head. Yep, seeing this. I think I'll skip till the next plot point, or not plot point, the next choice. Yeah. Alright, see you there. Alright, so we have a point where Lena comes up, as I found out, because you can just go down to this part and you can just click on to one of the ones before and go back to it. So, Lena's here. This is new dialogue, so I was gonna head for breakfast when somebody knocked on the door. It was Lena. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. I was taken aback a bit. The events of the previous day were still fresh in my memory, but I didn't really want to speak about them. You're probably looking for Olga, aren't you? Well, no. I mean, yes. Lena was her usual self, shy and easily embarrassed. It has to be the outfit. That dance on the pier, now it seemed more than a dream. Seemed no more than a dream. She's not here. I'm sorry. Okay then. I'll go. Okay. When Lena left, I thought that I'd been too cool towards her, so I decided to be nicer on our next encounter. Still, regardless, the morning was shining and beautiful. The bright sun was shining over the space and time displaced Pioneer Camp Sovyatic, warming its residents and filling them with energy to spend the day productively. Or in my case, to waste it in futile efforts to find an explanation for everything happening here. There was an unusually large crowd near the canteen. And I think we've seen this, so skip. We're at a choice here, because this is back when Shurik disappears, so I don't think we've been to the boathouse. So let's go there. Maybe we have. Maybe Shurik decided to pick up stones near the water. In the worst case, I'll find his corpse. Yeah, I don't think we've read this before, so. But I'm sure that it won't end up that way. I was crossing the square when somebody called out to me. Wait. Elisa came up and smiled. I immediately sensed a trap. Wait, this is the trap that Elisa did on me before. So does she try to trap me in her room regardless of what I do? We have a choice that'll come up with her, right? Don't we? No. Alright. So apparently we went to the boathouse before. Let's just go back to the cabin, because we've done that before. But it's still a stupid idea. If Shirk was hiding anywhere in the camp, he would have been found by now. Of course, assuming he wants to be found. So I hardly think I can help them. Together with this thought, I entered the cabin and stretched myself on the bed. Yeah, we've read this, so... See you at the decision. So here's our decision, is I think you'd look gorgeous in it, right? We're talking about that magazine that we found, so... And we've already seen this, so next decision. Alright, we are at the next decision, and that is to go with Lena. As you can probably tell. I won't have to go there alone, will I? Olga thought for a moment. You may be right. We'll go together tomorrow. For the last few minutes, I noticed that Lena had a strange look on her face. As if she wanted to say something, but didn't dare to. The pioneers started to disperse, as if they had forgotten about Elisa and the explosion. Even our leader seemed to calm down and didn't react when the wannabe terrorist left the square, leaving behind Olyana. We should go too. Yes. Night quickly fell on the camp. There's only a brief moment between the first rays of the sunset of the setting sun till complete darkness here in the south, or maybe in this world. You don't have enough time to enjoy the variety of the sunset colors. It was too early to go to bed, but the leader confidently walked to her cabin, as if mentally dragging me with her. Olga, I'll take a little walk. Duh. Okay. She looked at me intently, but didn't find any reason to object, shrugged her shoulders, and kept walking. I went back to the square. I didn't really want to look closely at the trivial damage done to the Genda statue. It was at the exact center of the camp. If you don't know where to go, you should start from there. I sat on the bench and looked to the west. Wondered if the earth here revolves on its axis as it should, or whether there was an actual north or south. It's hard to say. This time I didn't have any ideas on how to check the fundamental laws of nature. Hi. William appeared next to me, as if from nowhere. Hi. Can't sleep? It's sunset. That's early. She looked at me in surprise. Well, yes, it is still early. That's what I said. May I sit? Of course. Sit down. I moved over a little. Saying a little was in fact an understatement. I actually shifted myself to the end of the bench. Thanks. Lena sat and looked at the sky as if she'd forgotten about me. It's sad. What's sad? That Shirk disappeared. Yes, things aren't too good. She was as calm as usual, keeping silent most of the time. She blushed and felt embarrassed only when she had to speak or do something. That same silence, which could be seen as awkward by many people, including myself, was quite natural for her. I could hardly imagine Lena making an effort to carefully choose the right words, to start a conversation, or make a good remark, trying not to look stupid, or, alternatively, trying not to look as rude as Elisa. I just wasn't able to compare her to anyone. She was just content with being herself. Does that mean that my attempts to start a conversation with her could be seen as rude? That the expression become friends could be interpreted as an intrusion into her private life? But something in this girl attracted me. Maybe it was her mysteriousness, and she certainly wasn't lacking in appearance or feminine charms. I didn't have an answer for that. That's why I still hadn't been openly accused of being annoying. I'm sure he'll be found. How can you escape from a submarine? What? Lena didn't seem to appreciate the joke. This camp seems like a large submarine to me only. I hope so. Tomorrow, Olga will call the police. They'll find him for sure. And what if during the night... Her expression grew sad. What if something happens to him? Alone, at night, in the forest, anything could happen. He must be lonely. No one forced him to go there. What if he just got lost? He shouldn't go walking in the forest alone. You don't have any pity for him at all. Shurik may be sitting there all alone. course I pity him. I felt ashamed. In any case, Lena was right. A person was missing. Anything could happen during the night. We aren't seriously going to go search for him now, are we? She didn't reply, still looking somewhere far away, where the last rays of the sun shined over the tops of the old trees, as if trying to leave a bit of its warmth with the people. Do you really think that roaming the forest in the dark is a good idea? Probably not. For some reason, I was sure that was exactly what she thought. Recently, I seem to be starting to understand Lena, even without words, more often. And she seemed to be influencing me, psychologically, making me agree with her. Lena's silence was more informative than any chatter or attempts at persuasion. They look for him during the day already. Everywhere? She stopped watching the sunset and looked at me. I don't know. I think everywhere. What about the old camp? For the first time, her words sounded self-assured and not vague or indifferent. Where is it? I have no idea. Electronic told us. Well, if you trust him. I grinned stupidly, but Lena kept looking at me seriously. Sure, if it's not too far. So you do want to go? Of course I don't. We can, if it's just there and back quickly. Okay. Lena smiled and gave me a flashlight, which appeared from nowhere. Yes, that'll be useful. Does this mean she'd prepared beforehand? But we'll have to go explore the old camp with Lena in the next episode. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.